Hello everyone, it's Dr. A. I'm here in Ormond Beach, Florida, north of Daytona, and I'm going to go to the Bulow Plantation ruins. And I just wanted to show you the road in. Don't be surprised if it seems a little rough. This is exactly what it looks like. So I will show you when we get there. Alright, I'm walked up here so that you all can see this reconstruction of what would have been here at Bulow Plantation, excuse me. This is a period in Florida's history where we see a lot of turmoil because of we're coming up to the Second Seminole War. That's where Bulow is going to be burned. So what's going to be the remains, we're going to go there. It won't be much, but it is there. This was the person who bought this was a merchant from Charleston, and he acquired this area, 4,675 acres. It is definitely one of the largest land, like as far as parks and stuff I've been to. I'm sure there are bigger ones, but this is really nice. And it's here that he had 2,200 acres cleared, of course, using slave labor, and he planted rice and indigo. Sugarcane and cotton would come as well. He died very early, and his son inherited Bulow Plantation. There was also, if you look here, a small town near it called Bulowville, and it is his son that will decide that he didn't want to live here. And when the Seminoles burned Bulowville along with the plantation, he abandoned it, and the house and furniture were valued at $5,000. It was never rebuilt, and he went to St. Augustine, died 3 months later. John Bulow was his name, at the age of 26, and was buried in St. Augustine. So we're gonna go back there. I'm gonna try to talk Randog into walking the nature trail maybe, but there, because it goes here, we're here, and it goes there to the plantation ruins. So see you there. Here is an image of what the house would have looked like here. And Bulowville Plantation Home, if you read this, was built in the 1820s and resembled. All right, it makes sense that it kind of was raised up like that. John Bulow was educated in Paris, and if you see here, Randa was telling me, they say he was really wild. Yeah, he didn't want to live here. But anyway, this is what he had. Okay, we're at the plantation, what's left of it. Remember, it was burned. And here's the story of Charles William Bulow. He is the person who started this, and then his son inherited and built the sugar mill you see today. All right, I'm gonna walk up to it. I can tell you that sugar production in East Florida was never really super successful. While this is one of the largest sugar plantations in East Florida, it's just not going to be that as a big a sugar producer as Louisiana. And of course, once you have Cuba open up, forget it. Florida can't compete. But let's look at this beautiful site. There's the remnants of the old sugar mill. So I'm walking up to it. Look at these trees. Those are Florida live oaks. I'm going to go to a big one after this. It's a beautiful time of year to come here. We're here in the fall, and it's spectacular. So here we are at the ruins of the sugar mill. These kind of places, you know, I always think they're kind of haunted. You have to realize this is the worst thing you could do to a human being, make him work this way. It was sugar production was nonstop. Once they started cutting the canes, they had to keep working. and it chewed up thousands of people's lives just for sugar. I was just always amazed. The slave numbers consumed by sugar are horrible. Here's how the mill works. And like I said, once you start cutting, you can't stop until it's all done. Here's that plantation layout, the house, and the slave quarters around them. And we're at the sugar mill, and the sugar mill's over here. So, as you can see, this is what's left. There was the well. It's still charred. Let's look at the block, and you can see coquina. This is what this is. Doesn't really burn that well, but it does kind of melt. It's got enough limestone in it that'll happen. And there's the inside. It's really amazing. Even this is standing. Florida chews up everything. Nothing lasts here. Let me walk around, and you can see where different things were at. Because they do have a little bit of signage here. Here's the boiler and the machinery. They had a sawmill. Another production that was being done. You needed those in places like this. There was nowhere to get cut wood. You had to do it yourself. And there were plenty of good oak trees here. There's another well. And as we walk around back here, look at that tree. That's really cool, isn't it? I love trees. The signage is about not only, let's see, does this lift up? No. They do signage that also talks to the slaves and what they did here. Slaves on plantations usually did grow crops. It was not only a way to eat, but it was also a way, and some, especially in the Caribbean, a way to make money, because you could grow crops and sell them. Here's the whole, oh, there's Randog. Here's where everything was. Here's where it all started. And like I said, once it started, you had to keep working 24/7, no stopping until all the cane was processed. So anyway, I'm going to keep walking around and taking pictures. All right, here I'm on the other side where I was walking before, and I just stopped here because I just wanted to let you know that, did you know that molasses was a byproduct of sugar? And they made rum out of it. The rum was unproofed and it was dangerous to drink, and they called it originally Kill Devil. Have some Kill Devil. While you're out here at the plantation, you can also come by this interpretive center. It talks about the production, like these, there's a boiling cauldron for, this is the kettle where they would boil the sugar. So this is pretty cool. $4 to get in. I would recommend it if you're into history like this.